Season 5 is here and there was quite a lot of weapon changes, buffs, nerfs, etc. So I'm going to run through the top loadouts to use right now in Warzone and getting straight into it. We have the Val 47, which recently got a buff. It was already good, but it has even got even better with the buff it just had. So this is more of a hipfire build and we want to use the 60 round magazine, the VX Pineapple, the laser, the stock and the rear grip, and all of these attachments apart from the magazine are going to help with recoil control and hipfire accuracy, and this is one of my favorite SMG loadouts right now, and it just got a buff in season 5, so it's even better than it was before. Next up is the Castor 545. This was already good once again, but in the most recent update it hasn't actually been touched, which was quite surprising because I did think this was going to get a little bit of a nerf because it is already very OP, but it hasn't been touched, which means it's still definitely up there in the top meta for assault rifles. So here are all the attachments. We have the 60 round magazine, FTAC gripper, muzzle and the barrel are all going to help with accuracy, range, etc. Bullet velocity, all of that good stuff, and then we have the AIMO PV4 optic as well. And of course I will run through all of the tunings, but not too long. I don't want to make this video too long, I like to make them nice and quick, so the tunings will be shown as well in the background if you guys want to copy them down. Getting straight into the next one though, we have the RAL MG, which is an LMG of course, and I was quite surprised by this buff because it was already very OP, but it did get a pretty good buff in the most recent update and it's made it even better. This thing is very high damage, good TTK and very low recoil as well, so you can't really go wrong. So the attachments we have for this one is going to be the muzzle, the barrel, the underbarrel, and these are all going to help with accuracy, range, etc. Then we have the high velocity ammo type just to get some of the more bullet velocity, so it's better at longer ranges. And then we have the AIMO PV4 optic, which is my favorite optic. You can use different optics if you want, but the AIMO PV4 right now is definitely the cleanest and one of the best optics to use for long range. Once again, the tunings are in the background as well. But without further ado, let's get into the next one, which is the Chimera. Once again, the Chimera actually got a buff as well, and once again, I'm pretty surprised by this buff because this was already top 10 meta weapons, and it's gotten even better after the most recent buff. However, you don't want to use this as a normal long range assault rifle, you want to use it as a close range assault rifle instead, so more of a sniper support, more of a close range option, but this thing absolutely destroys. So we have the barrel there for accuracy, range, etc. The laser, the stock, the rear grip are going to help with things such as aim down sight speed, mobility, and a little bit of recoil control in that rear grip. And then we have the 45 round mag, which is the only downside to this. I do think it has not enough ammo sometimes. A 60 round magazine on this weapon would be insane, but 45 round mag is copable, but I do sometimes wish it had that little bit more ammo. Next up is the ISO 45, which was already meta before the update, but after the update it still is meta because it hasn't been touched at all. This weapon had no changes, even though it still is a top SMG. So here are the attachments for this. We have the muzzle for the accuracy, then we have the barrel for accuracy and also some movement speed. We have the stock and the rear grip. These are going to help with things such as recoil control and movement speed. And then we have the 45 round magazine. Once again, a little bit more ammo on this one would be nice, maybe even 5 more bullets or 15 would be great. 45 is still quite enough for an SMG though. If you wanted to, by the way, you could swap the rear grip with a sight if that's what you like, but that is up to you. The iron sights on this weapon are okay. Some people think they're kind of ugly. If you are going to use a sight, I recommend the Chrono Mini Pro and I recommend tuning it like this, and let me show you the rest of the tuning for the other attachments as well. So if you were to use the rear grip, that is the tuning for that. Here is the muzzle tuning, and then we have the barrel, and then finally we have the stock. And then the 45 round mag obviously doesn't have any, but getting on to the next weapon, we have the M13B. This got a buff in the most recent update, and once again, I know I've said this a lot, but it already was pretty good before the update. It has incredibly low recoil, so it's incredibly good at those longer ranges because you can keep a nice accurate shot. It is also good at close and medium range as well, but specifically in those longer range gunfights, this thing just dominates because it has extremely low recoil. So we have the muzzle, the barrel, underbarrel for accuracy, range, all of that good stuff that an assault rifle needs. Then we have the AIMO PV4 and then the 60 round magazine. Here's all the tunings for the attachments. Just like always, if you guys want to screenshot them, whatever you want to do with them, here they are. Let's get into the next one, which is the Cronen Squall Replacer, because the Cronen got a huge nerf in the most recent update and it is no longer viable. we have the TAC V, and this is going to be the other battle rifle that will replace the Cronen. Once again, pretty standard long range build here. I would recommend using the Sacken Tread on this one for the muzzle instead of a suppressed muzzle, just because it does have a little bit more kick, and the Sacken Tread is going to help get rid of some of that recoil. Then we have the FTAC Ripper for the underbarrel, more recoil control. We have the barrel, we have the optic, and then we have the mag as well. There's all of the tunings. Let's get into the final weapon on today's video, which is going to be the MCPR, which is the best sniper in the game at the moment. It still is the best sniper after the most recent update. Very nice ADS speed. I just really like the ADS speed on this specific build, and it's very good. It's the sniper which is going to get you the most one shot, so I would definitely recommend using it. A lot of these attachments are pretty much going to focus on that bullet velocity, because that's what you need to get those one shots. And then we have the laser and the optic to increase that ADS speed, etc. And the optic is just super clean. That is it though. Make sure to subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.